Swole Benji here. Today I'm going to teach you how to get one of the better Ashes of War buffs in the game called Golden Vow. This is available at the very start of the game. It's from a mob you have to kill. It's pretty easy, but I'm going to help you kill it in the most fast, efficient way possible. Now, we're going to start the video here at the Grace Stormhill Shack, which is pretty close to the starter zone. Here's where you start the game at. You're going to run to the church, then gate front to get your mount, and it's just follow this little pathway, this little area, and then you will end up at Stormhill Shack. Now, I'm going to recommend a few things before we begin, because you do have to kill an armored mounted opponent, alright? So what I recommend is that you get Wild Strikes and a Flail, because he is armored. Flails will do additional damage to armored, and Wild Strikes will allow you to take them down really, really fast. So I have a video on my channel, it looks like this, called "This skill has a massive DPS early on, how to get Wild Strikes in Elden Ring." I will have a link in the description on how to get to this video. Alright, and then also, in case you don't know how to get the Flail, I have a video for that, which is available at the very start of the game. And it looks like this. Again, I will have a link in the description.
Getting lost.
And ignore that. That's an advertisement. It was not supposed to autoplay. And then finally, yeah, that's about it. You don't really need anything else. So let's get started now. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this little dirt road here and go east and slightly north at the fork here, and we're going to end up right about here. If you're wondering how to reveal the map like I have, if you ever see this little icon on your map, this little hole here, that will reveal the area. So in order to reveal this area, it is in the video about the flail. It is located right there, just in case you don't have the map revealed and you need it. But in this case, it's pretty easy to find. Alright, so we're going to now mount up and travel along this dirt road here east. Alright, so it kind of looks like this. And I do have a marker at the place we need to go. It's very important to use markers so you don't get turned around and mixed up. You're going to pass this kind of stone rubble here. Just pass it on the left. You're going to see this giant. We're going to continue to run past the giant. It will give chase, and we're going to curve along the left to drop down the ledge. Now, along the way, you can also pick this item up. This is for your Wondrous Flask of Physic. It will give you 10 additional strength for 3 minutes. Pretty cool item to get. So now we're going to curve to the left here and go down this ledge safely. If you jump over the ledge, or ride the ledge, the giant can knock you off, and the fall might kill you. Alright, so now we're going to ride through the forest here, continuing towards that marker that we placed. And we will reach the destination shortly. Also, do this during the day so you don't encounter any nighttime only mobs. You're going to see in the distance there is a horseman there. He is an armored knight horseman. And what we're going to do is we're just going to run up and use our flail and wild strike him down. And there you go. Pretty simple way to do this. So we've got him locked on. We're going to dismount. I'm just going to run at him, and I'm going to hold my L2 button, and I'm just going to bash him. Alright, so here we go. And he's going to cast Golden Vow. So I'm just walking straight into him and then swinging my mace like a wild madman. So I'm going to actually let go and get my stamina back. Normally you can just walk into him, you'll stun lock him, he'll get knocked off the horse, but he's actually playing keep away with me right now. But he's a really easy to target. You see, he hasn't hit me once. If he does, Wild Strikes will let me keep swinging on him. Okay, he's down. So we're just going to bash him, bash him, bash him. And yeah, it's that easy. You just hold one button and walk towards him. There's no brain or thought process to it. It's a very, very easy, simple fight. This unlocks Golden Vow, which is a damage and defensive buff increase. It's a very amazing skill, super good. Alright, so you want to make sure that you pick that up, and then put it on something lightweight. Like right now, in my inventory, I have a dagger here, which is one of the lighter weight weapons in the game. You can see it weighs 1.5 pounds. This sword weighs 3.5 pounds. So I'm just going to put this buff on a dagger because I'm not going to actually use the dagger to fight anybody. But I will swap to the dagger, cast Golden Vow, and then swap to my main weapons. And the great thing about Golden Vow is that it is an Ash of War, so it doesn't take up a spell slot. But also, it stacks with other buffs. So things like Flame grant me strength, and several other buffs in the game you can stack along with this one, alright? So let me just show you what that looks like, and if you follow that video on how to get the flail, the video also teaches you how to get the whetstone so that you can apply Ashes of War at a grace site without having to go to the round table. So here we go, we're going to set up the grace site, and then I'm going to go to Ashes of War, and I'm going to go to the dagger, and then I'm going to put Golden Vow on. It doesn't matter if it's Sacred Enchanted because we're not using it for combat. It has no effect whatsoever. Alright, and then we're just going to equip the dagger now. And all you do is swap to the dagger. Well, it actually might be easier to identify the icon there. There it says Golden Vow. Okay, now I press L2. And ta-da! Now I'm buffed. And this buff does last, I think, 30 seconds, I believe. Or possibly 1 minute. I actually forget. It really depends. And then you can stack that with something like Flame Grant Me Strength. I have a video on my channel on how to get this buff too. And now I'm just super buffed, and then I can just run at a mob and then use Wild Strikes. And for the very start of the game, this is an insane amount of DPS. And that actually broke my stagger. But he's blocking. Look at that damage. I basically, besides his blocks, two-shot him at the very start of the game, okay? And yes, I'm a little over-leveled because I did use the Dragon Rune exploit to farm. Also video on my channel. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how to get Golden Vow. That's how to find it. It's right up here. Very easy to get to. If you go from the Stormhill Shack, it's just a straight shot. The reason you don't want to approach from down here is because you have to climb. That's a mountain. That's a hill. That's a drop down. That's a hill. That's a hill. You got to go around. Basically, you have to go right in here in this little access point to get to it because you can't get up this mountain any other way. Alright guys, I'm Soul Binging. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay soul. This is actually just a little mini part of a guide, of a much bigger guide that I'm working on currently, which requires all these items and buffs. So look forward to that. I make videos every single day here on the channel, so make sure you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, comment on someone else's comment. And also, if you are financially well off, please become a channel member. The join button is right below this video. It's like being a Twitch subscriber. It's $5 a month. It helps me out tremendously, and I greatly appreciate you watching this. Go check out some other Elden Ring videos, or Lost Ark, New World, maybe Albion Online, whatever you fancy, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.